Hello everybody, Legend for Life here, bringing guys a brand new video. This time around we are going to be talking about the latest episode of VRAINS, which I think is episode 6. I can't remember, it's been a few days since I watched it. But either way, it's the latest episode. I know it's like been a week, but seriously though, I tried to find time to like be able to get around to doing it, but I just could not get around to doing it. Anyway, so this episode, by the way, spoilers, obviously, so you have been warned. Go watch the episode if you haven't already, and come back and watch this. So, this episode is easily my favorite non-duel episode so far. I say my favorite non-duel because my favorite duel episode so far is a duel between Yusaku and Go. That whole duel was just freaking epic, and I loved it. This episode, though, was, how do I put it? It was very touching and just a really great intro episode for a character. I did not really know much as to what to expect with Ali going into this episode. I knew she was a bit of a recluse. She was basically the exact opposite of her Blue Angel avatar persona character that she puts on. And that's about it, but I didn't know just how depressed she would be. She honestly reminds me a lot of myself when I was like that. Believe it or not, but there was a time, even to an extent now, where I was just super, super depressed. And whenever I'd be around other people, I'd put on a fake smile and act like everything's all hunky-dory, when in reality it wasn't. And Ali does that quite a bit. Whenever she's at school, she acts like she's relatively normal, like she's just having an okay time. She's never smiling though. Heck, she never smiles once in this episode except when she is in Blue Angel, as Blue Angel. She can't. I don't think she like emotionally can at all, and it's really, really sad to see. And they played us up really, really well, especially in regards to Yusaku and how he's trying to get to know her, and he's trying to get close to her only because he wants to get to her brother. And a lot of Ali's problems come from her brother, and how she feels like how she cannot trust anybody because everybody who tries to get close to her is doing it just to get close to her brother, who is I forgot his name, but his last name's Aizen as well. And he is the like CEO or like some really high up person in the SOL Technologies, and SOL Technologies is the people who make and run Link VRAINS. And so everybody who wants to get to him goes through her. And we see this how she just can't, she can't trust anybody. And when Yusaku tries talking to her, she's like, hey, look, if you're trying to get close to my brother, if you're trying to want to like get the tech and everything, sorry, I can't do it. He doesn't trust me anyways. And then she runs off. And that was, it really kind of like hit hard, especially whenever I was watching it. I was like, wow, she just can't trust anybody. And the worst part about it is that you can't even say, oh no, no, he is actively trying to get close to her brother, but not for the same reasons as like everybody else. And then also like every time that you see Ali and she talks and everything, she comes off as very robotic. Some of the robots in this series has more emotion and expression than she does. The part where she goes into the VRAINS, she says it's so monotone, so plain, so emotionless, and it's just so dumbfounding just how depressed she is. And it was really shocking to see that Yugioh is taking this topic like depression and super, super big depression and putting it onto a character. I never thought that I'd see Yugioh like be that serious. Yes, Yugioh has tackled serious topics before, but they've never been a realistic serious topic. Oh, the world's ending. Oh, the shadow, the world. Oh, crazy evil dimensional dude betrayed everybody and is basically Joker, but just even more psychotic. You know, like, you have all these super serious moments from the previous series, but none of them, except for maybe like dealing with death and everything, like especially with the first series and everything, have been as close to home for just about anybody, really. I mean, like, seriously, almost everybody goes through their phases where they get depressed about something. But Aoi is like next level depression. Now, that being said, everything, this episode isn't all doom and gloom. There are some really genuinely funny moments. I love it how Ignis is like trying to hit on every single freaking AI he runs into. And he, whenever he and Aoi's dual discs are relatively close to each other, he's like talking to the AI, and the AI is like, sorry, I'm not supposed to talk to you. And he's like, dang it. And it's really funny. I swear, Ignis is going to end up being the true main villain, and he's going to start a robot uprising, and it's going to be Terminator versus Yusaku. I'm calling it. So that was really funny. I also really liked the part where like Aoi like jumps on Yusaku to try and get, well, not literally jumps on Yusaku, but like gets on his what's the word I'm looking for? It just starts egging him to let her see his deck, because he ends up being kind of like forced into this duel club, and she ends up looking at his deck, and he put in a dummy deck. And there are all these old cards and everything, and I'm like, oh, really old cards? And then something that somebody noticed in the comments, and I didn't notice until they pointed it out, is that all of the cards that were in Yusaku's dummy deck are cards commonly used in Duel Links. Stuff like Reinforcements, Neo the Wise Sorcerer, I forget what his name is, but like that level 4 1700 spellcaster dude. And a bunch of other just commonly played cards in Duel Links. And I swear, it just like further puts the connection between VRAINS and Duel Links. I swear, Konami's like doing this whole secret thing behind the doors. I don't know what they're doing, but they're just trying to really connect Duel Links to VRAINS, which just further makes me like suspicious that like Links are going to be the first extra deck stuff to get put into Duel Links after fusions. I just get that feeling. I have that feeling that they're gonna like come next month. There's gonna be an update, and hey, look at that, Link monsters. Now then, with that being said, probably my favorite moment is with this moment where, my favorite comedic moment at least, where they're talking about how they're gonna try and get close to Aoi. And of course I'm referring to Yusaku, his buddy, I can't remember his name because they never say his name, and then Ignis, and Yusaku's friend start like just egging on Yusaku, because the guy has zero social skills, and they're like, oh yeah, he can't get close to a girl, he's never going to be able to get close to a girl, and they were really taunting him, and I loved that. Yusaku, he's like, I don't care, but you can kind of tell that he's getting annoyed by it, and I loved that. Another thing that I was not expecting was that Ignis, like, he like scanned Aoi and like gave her measurements and everything. I'm like, okay, that's such a Japanese thing to do in an anime. But it was just really funny, because then he's like, overall evaluation, beautiful. And Yusaku's like, shut up, you idiot. And I love it. Now then, obviously this episode ends with them starting a duel, Yusaku versus Blue Angel / Aoi. She basically gets really fired up. She gets so angry at Zaizen. I forgot his first name, so I'm just going to refer to him as his last name. Because everybody's like, oh, hey, go duel against Playmaker. Is Blue Angel going to? And he's like, no, definitely not. Not going to happen. Not at all. End of story. And Aoi, because she's getting tired of her brother basically saying, hey, stop being Blue Angel. Don't do it. Just end it. And so she goes into Link VRAINS, makes this huge public statement about how she's going to about her challenging Playmaker, and he doesn't show up, obviously. And while she's just sitting there waiting for him for God knows how long, which, by the way, on her way to where she was going, there's this really funny scene where she's flying to where she's going, and like a bunch of men just keep pestering her with messages saying, "Hey, do me! Hey, do me! Hey, do me!" And she's like, "No, no, no!" Just slapping them away. And actually, House of Champs made a funny, a really funny, basically a Vine but meme out of it, and I just absolutely loved that. And then so while she's waiting for Playmaker, and he never shows up in this first part, Spectre, who everybody seems to think that is going to end up being a true main antagonist, at least for this arc, shows up and basically taunts her a bunch, and then gives her a card, which I actually like went onto the wiki and searched up. It's called Dark Angel, and this card, as Spectre says, is supposed to give her the motivation, the courage to change herself and to be a better person and stuff, and really set out to go and really try and accomplish her goals. But at the same time, it also basically kind of sort of brainwashes her into being a Knight of Hanoi, in that Ignis begins sensing Knight of Hanoi signals from her and from her deck. Her AI on her dual desk starts acting weird, and rather than being kind of nice and just kind of standoffish, she ends up, her AI just turns into a complete and total jerk, and Blue Angel just changes and comes off as this super, how do I put it? Like she you can tell there's a change. She's still the super happy-go-lucky person she is, but Blue Angel is, something's not right. And I get the feeling that once this Dark Angel card is played, which I get the feeling that also since we've seen with Circuit Breaker, that she's getting another Link monster called Sweet Devil, Trickstar Sweet Devil. I guarantee it that she's gonna really start shifting, and all of her stuff that focus on angels are gonna become devils and stuff, and it'll be really interesting to see how that goes, especially if like her actual costume changes, which the title, or at least one of the titles that they showed at the end of this episode for the next episode, which was like the angel weeps or something like that, or tears form on the angel's face, which could mean it literally, and that she has a mental breakdown and begins crying, or her avatar changes to have like tears on her face. That would be very interesting to see if the more she gets corrupted, the more her outfit changes from an angel to a devil. That'd be really interesting. Don't know if they're going to go that route though. Especially since the spoilers for episode 8 just came out, and I really regret reading them because it would have been a really good twist, but no, I had to go and read it, and now I know what's going to happen, and I don't know where the heck this series is going to go. So guys, what do you guys think of this episode? I can't wait for the next episode. It's going to be coming out in like a day or two because I just had to wait like a week to do this video. After that, we're not going to get another episode for a full week because they're taking a week break, I guess, so that they can try and make the next batch of episodes and do it weekly and stuff. Kind of like what they did with Arc V. At least that's what I hope, and it's not like a delay, like, oh no, more internal fighting, and then that'd be wonderful. So guys, what do you guys think of this episode? Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Have a great day. Peace out. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. And see you all later. Goodbye. Legend for Life. Just want to give a quick shout out to my 2 Patreons so far. To my 2 wonderful, wonderful Patreons, Cambrock223 and Night Zone. You guys are incredibly, incredibly awesome. And it just, I can't express my thanks enough. Thank you guys both. And I hope everybody has a great day. See y'all later. Peace.